Hey, good evening, everyone. What's going on? What's going on?
What's up?
Uh, Doing another episode of our sports roundtable. Mark, what's going
Sir,
on?
nothing much, man. Watching these good games, all
Yeah,
day long. Still going on.
yeah.
I like
Hey,
that shirt.
oh yeah, man. Since y'all made it to the dance, an Auburn fan, you know what I mean. I'm a straight hater. Everything Alabama try to accomplish, I hope y'all just it makes it hard on y'all. You know what I mean. So I had to come out. You know what I mean. I had to come out with the UNC shirt.
Well,
Um, yeah,
you
but
did the right thing. You did the right thing. Of course,
overstate,
of course.
overstate.
That's why I'm watching Yale right now in peace. Yeah, it looks like a great team, man.
Man, hey, I'm still not over it, man. Yeah, not Auburn off. I'm still hurt about it, but But
Hmm.
get people before we really kick it off. Hey, thank everyone we got some new subscribers to our YouTube page. We got a lot more people on our TikTok channel, TikTok page that's liking our clips we putting up. Mark and myself, we've been putting out on Instagram. So thank you for the support. We just trying to do. We just love talking about sports and enjoy sports. We grew up in it, so we just thought we'll just start this podcast to get more interest into what we are talking about. But
Really
hey,
appreciate it.
yeah, I really appreciate it. Please go to our channel, YouTube channel, to see full episodes on Down South Sports Roundtable. And same thing with TikTok and and Facebook. We got a Facebook page too. So yeah, Mark, man, hey, it's been crazy 2 days. It's still going on. We got Yale playing San Diego State right now. You got Houston playing. Yeah, you got Houston playing. So, man,
Mhm.
it's getting down to that Sweet 16, man. So, what stood out? Let's start with the men's, man. What stood out to you with the men's these last 2 days?
Well, I mean, it was really what I expected. I mean, as far
Yeah,
as what we've been talking about, as it's been a lot of
yeah,
back and forth.
yeah,
A
yeah,
lot of smaller names,
yeah,
smaller teams have been battling the bigger schools. The bracket busters everywhere.
yeah.
It was three. Well, we had three overtime games already.
Yeah,
So it's definitely been
tight
exciting.
games, man. It's been some tight games.
Yeah,
Um,
it really has.
it's been like these. That's if y'all look at our episodes, and we talked about it before. Like, hey, these I already said it's gonna be some type of Cinderella team gonna jack up everybody bracket. We both agree, like, hey, it ain't gonna be nobody on the bracket. I don't even think if your bracket 50%, you doing you doing real good.
Yeah, you knew something I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean, but I think the one game really stood out to me was that Oakland. They kind of shocked everybody. Came out of nowhere. Then they had NC State on the ropes. Like you said, they won the game that went overtime. You know what I mean? They lived and died by the three, truly. Like,
yeah, right. They
yeah,
did.
they lived in. You know what I mean? So the big man from NC State was really, if they didn't have him, it was been a wrap. It would
You
have
see,
been a
Burns. That's his name, Burns. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, exactly. As far as that's what we've been saying. People playing the fast paced offense, and when you get to play the bigger schools,
yeah,
they have more bigger bodies under the goal. So it really just depends on matchup. And
yeah.
Burns, man, I mean, he's a man amongst men.
Who he remind you of?
A man amongst boys, I should say, man.
Yeah, who he remind you of? Like,
Burns,
yeah.
offensive lineman playing football. That's
Well, I
who
was
he.
like, he remind me from basketball perspective. He remind me of Randolph. Zach, what was his name? Zach Randolph.
Oh yeah,
Played
yeah.
for the Grizzlies.
He do.
Yeah, he
He
bigger.
actually look like. He actually
Yeah,
look like.
but yeah, he remind me of him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's definitely what he is. He's the big baby, the Kendrick Perkins, the
yeah,
Zach Randolph under the
yep,
board. So
yep,
yeah,
yep.
Man,
Yep,
he's doing this thing.
yep. So man, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it was great games. Clemson pulled it out over
Yeah,
Baylor. That was a
that was a good game.
that was a real good game. You know what I mean? Clemson. I think I had thought Clemson came in a little bit too high at a 6 seed. But they pulled it out, man. So they really
Baylor just couldn't get it going.
at this now. Once you get to the Sweet 16, at this moment, that you know what I mean. That ranking really go out the window. If you made it down to the last 16, yeah, you
Yeah,
know what I mean. That ranking really for that first round, that first seeding. But yeah,
yeah,
you get to the Sweet
it's a
16.
battle. Like I say Baylor couldn't get it going. They couldn't get their offense going, and
Yeah,
that's a testament to Clemson staying on top of them. And, I
yeah,
mean, NC State, like you say, NC State has won 7 games in the last 12 days. So
yep.
you know,
They
I'm
finna
really
get a
liking
couple
what I'm
day
seeing.
break. They finna get They get some. I think the game start on Thursday
Mm-hmm.
for the next. So they finna get some good rest. I know they've been heavy in the ice tub. I know that for
Yes,
a
yes.
fact. Yeah. No, they
Sweet
Alabama.
16,
Huh?
Sweet 16 time.
Yep. Y'all pulled Alabama. Y'all pulled it out against Grand Canyon. Grand
Yeah.
Canyon was one of those 12 seeds that you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't played like no 12 seed.
They
They,
did.
they
Did.
nah, they ain't play like no 12 seed. They battled y'all stretched way towards the end. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? The critical shots. But that was like these were great games. You Purdue, I'm not surprised about Purdue being the breaks off of Utah State.
I mean, good gracious with them. 40?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, they was a number 8 seed. Yeah. But I was surprised. I'm not too surprised about Purdue knowing that Creighton and Oregon game. That was a
Yeah, that
very
was a good game. That was a
yeah.
real good game.
You know,
Double overtime.
yep. And then we got you know what I mean. We got Tennessee still in the mix too.
Yeah.
I
That was a
mean,
good game. Tennessee and Texas was a good one.
I'm just happy. My biggest hate is always Alabama because that's in-state rival for us. But you know
Of
what I mean.
course.
SC, we came out striking out. So to do what we doing right now, it can't be just an all ACC show now. That can't happen.
No,
You know,
no, it's all good down, man.
yeah, that can't
The
happen.
ones that's in there.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, also that Colorado and Marquette game. Did you catch that game?
Mm-hmm.
Marquette. Colorado. That game. I watched that game. That game was very tight. Colorado had multiple opportunities to put out it. The final score was 81-77. But that was but then now Marquette got to play NC State. That's a little matchup I really want to see how it's gonna pan out. Um, with against the big man. Um, and that bracket matchup with Duke and the winner out of Houston and Texas A&M game.
Yeah, so
Um,
somebody's gonna have to make an adjustment in
yeah,
that Marquette and NC State game. Somebody's
yeah,
gonna have to come
yeah,
out and go in,
yeah,
take a 5 out, put a 4 in or a 3 in.
yeah,
It,
yeah.
it's gonna be
It's
a change.
gonna be a change. Yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be a real good one though. But now you got some days to prepare for it. Like you're not playing like in your conference. You know what I mean? Your conference tournament. You know what I mean? Playing every day. So it's gonna be a great matchup, man. Well, we can switch gears to the women's man, bruh. Hey, bruh, that women's man. The last 2 days with women's, it been very exciting. Uh, like I said, I thought UNC got set up. I said, UNC girls got set up. They had to face South Carolina that close, boy, and hey, South Carolina is like clicking.
Somebody had to play them.
Yeah. But they clicking. They clicking. When I'm talking about like they obviously undefeated, but they just took it to a whole nother level. Um like these last 2 weeks.
Like I
Like the
say, they
first,
got 10. They got 10 players, man, who can play.
yeah.
They could take out the first five and put the second five, and they'll do the same thing. So
So,
it's
so
hard.
look at this. They played their first game. South Carolina first game was against Presbyterian. It was a 16 seed, 1 seed against 16 seed, and they
Destroyed.
beat them 91-39. All right,
Destroyed.
all right. They played UNC today. UNC was an 8 seed, 88-41.
Destroyed.
16 seed and 8 seed. That's supposed to be a big difference in skill set, and it didn't even matter.
Nah, we're doing the same thing.
Yep,
It's going to continue.
bruh. And then LSU game that was a battle.
Yeah. They
That
were
was a
down at
battle.
one point.
They was
They
down at
were
one point.
losing.
They came back and they were just clicking. That
Mm-hmm.
first half it was very tight. They went, but that second they came out clicking. And then Angel Reese was just playing big girl ball, if you want to say.
Yeah, she was. She was.
Yeah.
She controlled the boys.
Oh yeah.
She definitely does that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man, this women's, bro. It's just so much coming out with women's basketball right now. I sent you some things where like the viewership for women's basketball has went up 65% this year. Just this year. Yeah.
That's a
And
big jump.
boy, huge jump. And 50% of their games are being aired on all the channels. So
ratings. But people want to see them now. They're in the market. People want to lay their eyes on them. They've been the talk of the town the last 2-3 years. It's picking up steam.
Man,
better and better.
Yeah. So think about this. We said this about I think our first and second episode. We were talking about women's college basketball, like how a lot more males is watching women's college basketball. Now you're seeing that you got your star names that people know. They're your your home names that you know in that sport. But you can't name too many in men's basketball unless it's your own team that you're actually rooting for or a rival team. But like it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. And that's why I think it's gonna drive that WNBA market higher now.
The salary cap.
Yeah.
Contract agreements are going ahead.
Yeah, more deals gonna start happening. So I don't know if it's a movie. I seen like this documentary like a couple months ago. It was talking about it's a documentary on Magic Johnson. I can't remember I don't know if it was on Hulu I seen it or whatever. So it was talking about Magic Johnson and his path to the NBA and through the NBA with the Lakers or whatever. All right. And it briefly did like it was like his whole life. Like all the partying he was doing, whatever. And before then it was talking about like how it showed him how Bus brought the Lakers or whatever, and how he drafted Magic Johnson, how they became good friends, how he used to hang out in his house, blah, blah, blah. And when you look at the NBA was struggling before Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
Right.
And then when they came in, they started becoming more gravitated to those two. And then next thing you know, that market started changing. Because people followed them through college. Now they came to, you know what I mean, the NBA. And now it started branding that market even bigger for the NBA. I say that to say is that's what I think is happening with the WNBA right now. If you want to put, it's like the pre-Magic Johnson, Larry Bird era. Now you get to that point where some names about to get there. Then you're gonna have one or two big names, and that's where like MJ came in there, and they just completely went berserk.
Yeah, it's definitely a different time right now between the women's sports, the women's basketball right now, and the women's WNBA and college sports. And like I said, I used to always say, when is that woman Michael Jordan going to come around? And this is definitely that era. I feel it and I see it, with my own eyes.
Yep.
You know, have to lay
But you
eyes on.
know, they're like highlighting the superstars, and they legitimate are superstars.
They
Like,
really are.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, just to watch the games today. I don't know if it was the men's game or the women's game I was watching, but I seen the kids in the crowd that had Caitlin Clark jerseys on. You know what I'm saying? So it's very popular. It's
yeah,
very popular at this point in time. Malaysia Fuad, like I said, I think she is the Michael Jordan of the sport. You know, not
yeah,
meaning that she's great as him, but all eyes are on her.
yeah.
And
As a
Caitlin Clark,
freshman, and she don't
Angel
even
Reese,
start.
don't start. You know, and like I said, I think it's like I said, Caitlin Clark and
Yep.
Angel Reese. I consider all of them in Malaysia, all of them like the Michael Jordan of the sport right now because they're
And
changing
Juju
but
and USC.
oh, and Juju, exactly. I didn't even mention Juju. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Exactly.
yeah.
This is a
So
different time right now.
a very much different time. Like you can almost say Juju is a bigger name at USC than Bronny James.
He is.
You can say that. And
Yeah,
that
she's
you
already broke a record.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a school record. So she is right now. I mean, right.
Yeah.
Brian is just a name.
It's just a
She
name. But
yeah,
and
she's
her name
actually doing
right
it.
now finna be bigger than his name at that school.
Yeah, that's major.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought that?
And she's a true freshman.
Mm-hmm.
So you got two true freshmen. You got Fuwali and you got Juju and bigger big names.
And that's
So
just this year.
that's just this year. Yep. That's
Mm-hmm.
just this year.
Because
And
last year it was Flage for
yep.
LSU.
Yep. So it's also one of the analysts, said something kind of interesting on doing like one of the halftime shows on one of the games. I've been flipping through all the games, and they said that Fuwali, if they had an option where someone can leave college in 1 year, that she know a couple of GMs that would grab Fuwali right now.
Hands down. Hands down. And just take the talent and coach her up. You know,
Yep.
they see the talent and
Oh
they'll
yeah.
just coach her up. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
no
I
doubt
mean
about it. I believe that.
I believe it too. And what's crazy, you know what I mean? Like she's coming in off the bench. She's playing like she's getting this today. She hit more time. She hit 20 points, man. I mean, like
Mm.
did whatever she wanted to do, man. But it was more her defense is always that they trying to get up to speed, and that's understandable at college. Your
Mm.
defense, you at this point, you've been recruited since 7th grade, so we know you can shoot. We know you got the handle. Now we just we need to clean that defense up, and then now
Mm.
you're gonna be well. You know what I mean? That's really what it is.
You know, and understand the game a little better. You know,
Yep.
plays and
Yep.
rotation, and
Yep.
I mean, the sky's the limit for her.
Bruh. I mean, but the women's, uh, I already told you, man. Let me switch over to the women's on my
Man, you know, and I was watching. I can't recall which games it was, but I was watching like the tournament, the men's tournament,
yeah.
and I turned to South Carolina women's game, and it just in my head it went off. I said, "Man, I have never in my life turned from the men's game to watch the women's game." You know, I just recognized that moment, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's real. It's
And also you didn't see I ain't gonna say they battling because it's all tournament. I mean it's all NCAA tournaments, whatever. But I never seen like so many overlapping games at the same time on TV. Like with the women's. Like that's why I was like I had to look up the viewership. I'm like, it's a lot more women's game than it's been in the previous years, airing at the same time the men's tournaments are going on. So I said, let me look this up. And that's why I came up with I found them numbers. I'm like, oh man. Like 50% of their games are aired. So what that mean? They obviously knocking off some of the men's game, but also I don't think so because now all these TV deals, they make it's like they creating channels. Like it's channels I ain't never even seen before. I can't even tell you last time I watched True TV.
That's what I tell you. You probably don't watch it. You probably don't watch it.
Don't count what even airs on True TV on a normal time. But they air, bruh, that shows you the power of college sports, and that's why I'm glad they're getting NIL money now.
It's so
now,
amazing.
all that will be going to people's pockets. They're getting fat out of that, and you know what I mean. The student athletes wouldn't have been making none of that.
And I'm so glad they're getting paid now. They're getting more revenue toward the actual athlete.
Yeah.
You know, at this point in time, and it's going in their pockets to help out them and their college situation, their families.
Yep.
You know, not necessarily the big wigs. You know, they're still getting their bag, but at least share some of the profit. You know?
Yeah.
You remember, like, there was the story on one of the 30 for 30s, and they were talking about the Miami players after the big game. Now, this was when they was winning the championships.
Yeah.
And one of the guys on there, he was like, I seen some prominent players going out during late hours, and they had ski masks and stuff. He said, I know what they were doing, but I mean, at the same time, they talk about how they were eating hot dogs for dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your school is winning championships. Your whole school is making money.
Yeah.
And you got to eat hot dogs for dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't. That's what they don't see to realize what was going on or where it hurts the actual athlete.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. Shoot, I remember coming up there with you in college. You know what I mean, and seeing. Think about how much stuff was at that time period in the early 2000s, and the little stipends you was getting then. Compared, I don't think the stipends outside the NIL, but I don't think the stipends grew that. I mean, before the NIL, I don't think the stipends went that much higher, but all the prices kept going up. The price of food kept going up.
Right.
You know what I mean? All that stuff went up. Like, how is that even possible? So people struggling, you know what I mean, back your time in early 2000, shoot, and you ain't giving them but a little bit more than that, and everything a double? Come on, that don't even make sense. Shoot, that was, gas was like $1.50 then.
I mean, it's such a scam, the regulations that they have on athletes, because you tell an athlete, okay, you have to do all this stuff, but then at the same time you can't work.
Yep.
You can't provide for yourself, basically. Yep. It's like, okay, I can't make no money, I can't work.
Yep.
Okay, so what do I do? Who do I lean on? And then you can't lean on family and friends support. You know, you could probably lean on your mother and your father, but don't let your uncle give you any money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like you're an investigation or
something? Exactly. It's crazy, man.
Yep.
It's a scam how they run the whole system. So that's why, like we said last episode, that's why this program, the NCAA, is not going to be around too much longer.
And remember, think about this too. Like, it was all across the board. You know what I mean? Say all D1 schools or D1 AA schools, they were getting this amount for your student athlete, for your stipends or whatever. But that still didn't balance out, because what if you go somewhere like Alabama? All right, that person's stipend gonna be the same as somebody that doggone Alabama A&M or Alabama State.
Right.
But shoot, University of Alabama, they got a cafeteria just for their football players. You know what I mean? Like, they got, but Alabama State don't. They gotta go find their food. You know what I mean? They ain't got those chefs and whatever cooking food for them.
Right. You got food right on hand. As soon as they walk in, they got meals set out for them.
It never balance out at all.
It never is going to balance out.
Yeah.
You know, to that pedigree. I mean, you know what I'm saying? To that degree, actually.
Well, like, that's the reason I'm glad the NIL money now. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
They making some extra change, whatever, because it never balance out. You know what I mean? Depending on what school is, the amount of resource you got, but what they give you is the same. You know, it never equaled out.
Yeah, that's crazy, and I'm glad for the NIL too myself. So bring it on. Let them get paid. You know, I can understand regulations. You know, everything has to have some type of regulations in it. So
I think there might be some regulations, maybe, but I think it's gonna be hard to scale it back now.
Right. They might not be able to scale it back, but they'll be able to draw a line in the
Yeah,
sand right
yeah.
now at this point in
I
time.
mean, what line you think they're gonna draw? You think the amount, or how many, or like how like do you think they say you can't get paid more than this amount of money, NIL money, or you can't have multiple? Like what you think they're gonna scale back?
I really don't know because I don't think you can do any of that. I mean, you
Yeah,
can't stop them from getting a certain amount at the
yeah,
same time.
yeah,
So I don't know. I don't know what they'll do, and I don't really want them to try to cap it.
yeah.
Put it.
I think isn't like
They should do
Deion
that.
Sanders. He said he did an interview about a month ago, maybe a little over that month ago, talking about recruitment. He said, shoot, just going in the transfer portal against somebody for the bench might cost you $50K.
Right.
God, dog, what? So if that's cost you for like a bench player or special team person that's not your starter yet, $50K, imagine what the starters get.
Right. Right. Depending on where that bench player came
Yeah,
from.
yeah, yeah.
'Cause
And depending on what
if that's
school.
a 4-star, if that's
Yeah,
a 4-star bench player, then that's different from
yeah,
a
yeah,
1 or 2-star.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
And
school got the money, man.
they
They got the revenue. So
it's the boosters. It's the boost.
yeah,
Yeah.
dish it out.
Certain
And
schools ain't gonna get it. Like, you know what I mean? Because they
and at
ain't
the
really
same time, right? And at the same time, how many schools? Well, every school now at this point in time, they have a pool now, to
yeah,
where alumni are dumping money in these pools. So now they got a hundred million to just go grab out of this pool. You
mm,
know what I'm saying? To split it up or pay whoever they need to.
yeah,
So they actually got more money due
yeah,
to the NIL to help out with the athletic program.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Man,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know what the regulations would be. I don't know.
I don't know what it would be either. That's hard because you can't stop it like, hey, I broadcast, I'm making $1 million, but I slide you an extra million under the table. I mean, how can you rank it? Like, you can't get in trouble for it. You know what I mean? That's why Johnny Manziel said, like, what, why is Reggie Bush still don't have his Heisman? Y'all just
Mhm.
legalized what y'all took his Heisman for.
That's real. And how many players have they stopped or suspended and said can't play because of small, like I said, it's small type of regulation.
Yeah,
James Winston. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? They joked on him for stealing crabs, snow crabs for the longest. But see, that goes back to what I was saying.
yeah,
If you taking food, he ain't take it. They gave him. They gave it to him.
yeah,
They
yeah,
gave him food to eat.
yeah,
So think about it now. We're talking about food to feed yourself,
yeah,
and you get suspended or you know what I'm saying, castrated because of that.
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, he didn't rob a bank.
Nah, nah,
He
nah,
got food.
nah.
The same thing with Peter. What was it, Peter Ward? Whoever it was got the clothes.
Yep. And then you had remember the Ohio State players? They didn't even take money. They had like exchange like remember like
Oh, right.
merchandise for like
Yeah.
tattoos and clothes and
Mm-hmm.
something like that. You know what I mean? They got in trouble for that whole program trouble for that.
Maurice Claret.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Man, you know what? I couldn't stand Ohio State. I could you well, I mean, still kind of to this day, but it's just programized, and I didn't really care about the players. But when I seen that story behind Maurice Claret and how he went down,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
man, you talking about getting lost in the system
Yeah.
behind dumb stuff,
Yeah.
stipulations.
Yep. Yep.
That was
Yep.
crazy how they did him, man, for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So I mean, but to go back to what we were talking about with the women's basketball, you see they grooming Juju and Fuwali as freshmen. Man,
Mm-hmm.
by their junior year, they're gonna be on like that's gonna be that MJ factor going into the
It is.
WNBA.
It is.
It's just gonna I think like Angela Reeves and I don't know if she's declared for the draft or not. I don't even think she said, but I know Caitlin. she stated that she's going to go to the WNBA. That's that first wave. That's that first wave going into the WNBA. That next wave is going to be that MJ factor. Now that WNBA, watch this out about 2 years. The salary going to start going up.
So they're gonna have to keep up with it.
Yep. Watch it go up, man. Because watch it go up. Because it's gonna be like more brands throwing money on it. Like Juju, she's on the AT&T. She's you know what I mean? She got to deal with AT&T. Have you seen her on the commercials during the tournaments?
Did they? Oh yeah. I did see her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So think about this. How many WNBA players have you seen on commercials?
Caitlin, Flage.
WNBA, professional basketball player.
WNBA.
Yeah, WNBA. Only one I seen was Sydney. What's this? She's on the TNT with sometimes.
What's her name? Sabrina?
Yeah. No. It's Sydney Carter. That's her name. She be on TNT with when Kenny ain't on there with Shaq and she's in the W and play for Vegas.
Oh, I thought you was talking about Nesky, whatever.
No. God, that's on the tip of my tongue. But she's on. She has a commercial with Steph Curry. I think it was on Capital One or something like that. One of the banks. I think it's Chase. Actually, I think it's Chase. She's on there with Steph Curry, but you ain't seen too many WNBA players on commercials. But you're seeing college. You're seeing college women players on commercials. Think about this. I'm two different sports, but think about this. Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP player. Have you ever seen him on one commercial? He ain't even got no sponsorship deals.
I'm sure he's on one commercial.
He's not on one commercial, bro. Dead serious. He's not on one commercial.
That can't be true.
I'm dead. Look it up. He's not on one.
But the fact that I can't even think of one shows you how crazy it is.
Yeah. He's not on one commercial, man. Think about this. Baker Mayfield he used to have a commercial with the Browns. Lamar Jackson is the only 2-time MVP or even 1-time MVP that have not been on no commercials at all.
Yeah, that's crazy. Why? Why is the question?
Yeah. So that's surprising, but then that's why I'm saying, like, so you got college women's basketball players got more commercial and probably more deals than as professional athletes right now.
But it's the hype cycle, it's the excitement.
It's a hype cycle. I think also they feel like, hey, it's happening. That's flooded out because the more butts we get in a seat, the more we make this bigger, the more money these investors are going to make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on right now, as you can tell by what the coaches are saying.
But it's more excitement too, because you're seeing more women's players doing more skill level. You know what I mean? Just breaking records. It's just more gravitating too. But
and that excitement, like I said, those players who are in the who are in women's college basketball right now, that excitement is just going to carry on over to the WNBA because you're not going to lose your steam. The people who are behind the Angel Reese's and Flages and Jujus and Malaysians, you're going to want to see that continue. So they're going to continue to follow a player. You don't just stop at college. So that's why they're going to definitely have to keep up with the WNBA.
Yeah,
and like you said, this next 2-3 years for the WNBA is going to be very interesting as to how they handle the transition from these big name athletes going into their sport, into their league.
Yep. It gonna put more. I think gonna put more butts in seats. Because now you got a follower. You got a big following base. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you already know college sports. People that's a part of your school, you usually follow them throughout their professional career, even if they're not even on your team that you root for professionally. You still gonna follow them. You know what I mean? You still gonna, You know what I mean? So that's what really gonna put them butts in seats on them, man. Like you said, I think about 2-3 years, I see that more rise in WNBA.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting.
Yeah,
I
bro.
can tell you that.
Yeah, bro.
So what did you read as far as like what they said as far as the locations? I
Oh,
believe that's why actually, in the information I was looking at, I don't know what actually you saw, but I believe that's why they had these games.
why they had not at neutral sites?
Right. And I'm pretty sure it's behind tickets. Like I said, the information I was looking at, I think because they sell more tickets at these home sites than they would if it was at a neutral site.
Okay.
Because look how packed South Carolina Stadium was, the arena,
Yeah.
how packed the arena was.
Well, see, South Carolina got they fans follow them, no matter.
But every team has that type of following.
Exactly.
Every team that's in the tournament right now, Iowa and
Yeah.
LSU, you know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
can sell more tickets at home. So that's what I'm saying. They can sell 50,000, 40,000, however many seats they sell. They can
So
fill out an arena at home.
that's the reason why they're not playing at the neutral sites.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I looked at it, was the women's 1 seed and 4 seeds they was at their location. So if you got a number 1 seed and you got a number 4 seed, they were going to play at the games at your location.
Right.
So now that lets me know that all right, it's almost like they manipulated the bracket. Then, like, all right, we know this site is going to be good, but like let's say, all right, say South Carolina maybe lost like 4 games, 3 games, but they know South Carolina gonna sell. That means either they're gonna give them a 1 seed. Oh, we got a better team. We're not gonna put them at a 2 seed. No, we're gonna put them at a 4 seed, just so we can.
Right.
That's, I mean,
Right.
now
Yeah.
they manipulate that. Then
That's something right. And they do that. That's
yeah,
what
they
they do.
manipulated the crap out of that.
That's, that's exactly what they do.
I just look at it where I look at it from a competitive standpoint, where you look at all the men's are uncomfortable right now. They all uncomfortable because nobody has home field advantage. Nobody has home court advantage. So
Right.
everybody's playing uncomfortable in a new location. We got to get our shot right in this basket. You know what I mean? Like, get used to just the layout compared to being at home. But then you look at the main 2 games I watched, where you looked at South Carolina, LSU, they all played at home. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting them to win because, yeah, it's supposed to be a neutral site, but everybody that have that arena, or more than half that arena, gonna be your fans.
Right. Now, so what did you say when I said Auburn had 90% of the fans in the arena the other day? What did you say?
I don't remember what I said.
You
I don't.
said you said we travel. We're gonna support our team,
Yeah.
and that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
That that's
We'll
that's
travel.
what
Yeah.
that's what happens with men's sports
Yeah.
or men's basketball. A
Yeah.
lot of the teams, are going to travel. You
All the teams are traveling as much for women's sport yet.
right? Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Because think about it. Just like we just said, you go from Auburn, a game in Tennessee.
Yeah.
You do a tournament in Tennessee. Alabama and Auburn fans are going to travel.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Kentucky fans are going to travel
Yeah.
because it's not that far.
I got you. I got you.
So,
All right. I can see the logic. Let me ask you this. So, if the women's basketball keep growing like it is, do you see that changing?
yeah, no doubt about it.
Okay.
Because now it's nationally growing. Now
Not
nationally people
15%
want to see it.
more.
Right. Right. Now you got people in other demographics way on the West Coast
Yeah.
watching South Carolina.
Yeah.
You got people in the South watching Iowa.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah. It's definitely growing. Everything is going to change.
Yeah.
And it is changing with women's sports. So that's just another part of it.
Yeah. I think, yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. I agree with you saying too. I guess I wish it would have been, I guess, another, not on the campus itself, but somewhere in that same state. If you say you want to choose University of South Carolina, all right, that's find somewhere else to play at, not on a home campus, but in the same state or something like that.
Why?
I
Why would you do
don't
that though?
know, bro. It just, man, they make them too comfortable, bro. It just seems like it's that really seems like it's scripted.
It probably it is scripted
Yeah,
to a certain degree.
yeah, yeah. It seems like it's scripted. You know what I mean? That's like you know what I mean. NFL, you already know. Hey, if you got home field advantage, boy, oof,
Right.
you usually lose that game yourself. If you lose,
Right.
oh, you know what I mean. You want your crowd to be bigger. Your crowd is gonna be bigger because they down the street from it. You know what I mean? Like so, that's how I seen it with that situation. It's almost like that. I ain't gonna say an unfair advantage because you still got to play. You still got to make your shots, but
Mm-hmm.
it's everything just real comfortable for them. Like they ain't staying in no hotels. You know what I mean? They like it just they ain't dealing with the neutral site piece of it.
Right, and I'm sure they knew that at the beginning of the season, just like football. You know, if you win your conference, you get home field advantage.
Yeah,
So I'm sure they knew that too. So
yeah,
that's what you play for.
yeah, 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 yeah. Man, let me even say. So when we talk about women's, Caitlin Clark made a comment to a reporter, and her comment was she made a statement that women's games is getting more exposure than the men's game this year. Exactly what we've been saying. Like even the women's are noticing that. Like they're gravitating to it. Like they seeing that they getting literally more interviews. Getting I mean as if not as much or more than interviews than the men's are getting. Uh, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I'm excited for it, bro. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And the transfer portal is just making it even bigger.
Yep. Because
It makes your
that
Kim Kim, she went and got what 2-3 pieces,
yeah,
from other schools out of the transfer portal to make her team even greater. And she has the freshman of the year.
yep. Like South Carolina got Power. What's her name? Power. I
Right,
think.
right,
Yeah,
right.
she was from Oregon. She's from
Mm-hmm.
Oregon. South. I mean, like she just seen. I don't. Don. She just. Hey, Don Saylor one of them, bro. I'm gonna say this. I think Don Staley is going to be the women's college basketball Nick Saban.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, already. That's already because with her father said when she went to the portal and Don start, they called her. Said that was it. They said that was over.
You talk to nobody else.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, all right. Well, we made our decision. Yeah.
We don't need to talk to
Yeah.
nobody else.
Right, at all. You exactly, and that's the call you get from a
Yeah,
Nick Saban or a Paul Bear Bryant. You know what I mean?
yeah. You made that call. Ain't nothing else somebody can ask you right now.
At all. That's it.
Nah, ain't. So, bro, I man,
You gonna have to buy my whole family houses, everybody on the same block to beat that. I still might not go. Mm-hmm.
ain't that
Yeah.
what I did with you know what I mean? University of Alabama did with what's his name? Tua.
No. No.
Because I know for a fact I lived in Hawaii, and Samoans they don't move to the state of Alabama. I know that for a fact. When they do move, they move to the West Coast. They move to
Right.
California. They
Right.
move to Oregon, the state of Washington. They don't move to the East Coast. But miraculously, oh, I want to move, be close to my son in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. But they moved to, no, they moved to, where they moved to? It wasn't Tuscaloosa. They moved to, I forgot what his brother went to, but it was like right on the Georgia and Alabama line. I forgot what it was. Montgomery. It wasn't. Was it? I can't remember, but they don't move to Alabama. Who moved y'all here? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't know why Auburn didn't ring the bell and try to report them to the NCAA. You know what I mean? I informed them that hey, somebody need to look into this. You know what I mean?
There was nothing to report. Them folks moved. They moved there because they wanted to be closer to their son.
They wasn't even working, bro.
They got jobs.
They were living off public assistance in Hawaii.
But they moved here and got jobs.
Got the money to move. I know how long that flight is. That's a long flight.
Me too.
Yeah. And they moved to the state of Alabama.
What's wrong with that? I don't see the problem here. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this, man? What are you trying to say? They moved here to be closer to their son. When you do that, if your son went to a college,
I would do that if they give me a lot of money and buy my house for me.
No, you would do it without the money.
Nah.
You don't need the money.
No, somebody got, you know what I mean? Somebody's palm was a little itchy and somebody scratched that itch on their palm.
Well, you know, Alabama, we play the game right. We don't cheat.
Child, please, man.
We don't cheat. We don't do that. So
I mean, everybody end up with dark charges and challenges if you're on the University of Alabama football team. That you know what I mean. You know, somehow, some way, you come out of practice, some keys and title is in your locker. Like, man, where this came from? Oh, I got it.
You need to stop because y'all won a whole national championship off the back of a scam. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get that trophy back.
Cam Newton didn't take any money.
Scam Newton.
He did not take any money. Hey, I'm gonna tell you why y'all got mad, man. It wasn't because of Cam. Y'all was mad because somebody from Auburn, Alabama, put a Cam Newton jersey on Bear Bryant. Y'all lost y'all mind.
And whoever did that should have got the electric chair. You can't even do that in Alabama. You're like, why would you even think about doing something like that? Hey, what they said on the 30 for 30?
What?
He said, that's what he said. The guy said, did they or did they not put a jersey on the Paul Bear Bryant statue, on the statue? He said, if so, the trees deserved it. Hey, boy, it's a real rivalry, ain't it?
Boy, it's a real rivalry. Man, that man killed the trees across. Well, come on, man. Come on, man.
That's just crazy.
What type of poison he put down? It was
Spike water, something like that. That man drove down there and poisoned the tree. Now you ain't got nothing to do. You take a drive all the way down there.
Exactly. You take that drive, boy, he know he was hot. He was
pissed off. But it's so many stories like that. I mean, how many stories have we heard?
I wish I could have seen like the camera footage or something. How he's doing it, like you know what I mean? Was he looking over his shoulder? Was he in nighttime ski bag? I wish I'd have seen like some footage of how he did this.
It was probably broad daylight, and nobody knew what was going on
because like it already probably burnt him up to even come down to Auburn to go on their campus. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to go to the Iron Bowl in Tuscaloosa. You know what I mean? No, I don't want to go to that university. You know what I mean? Unless I got security, and I still don't trust because they'll beat the security up. So no, I don't want to. I'll wait till y'all play at Auburn.
Yeah, you're right. I know it was eating them up just to stand on Tuma's corner.
Yeah, bro, just to come on the campus. You know?
So his shoe was on fire. That's crazy. That is crazy, that man.
Yeah, man. But hey, man, it be so. with the men's. I put in my little notes for us to kind of see what we think about the Sweet 16, man, and who you think? Yeah, who you think gonna who you? I'm sorry, who you think gonna pull it out? Going to advance. So you got San Diego. What the score for that is?
Right now, 45-21 at the half.
Yeah. 45-21. I was trying to see. So you got Houston. That's what I was looking for. Houston. They got a minute left, so that game about over with now. They got a minute left, but they 78-83 right now, so it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. But for right now, you got Illinois and Iowa State. That's a 2 and a 3 seed. I don't know. I haven't watched Illinois play, but I watched Iowa State play. That's a game I'm gonna have to do some research on Illinois. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really watched them play. But NC State and Marquette, who you got out of that? If you had to pick right now, if you had,
I go with NC
State, yeah,
I would go with them just because I don't think they could be handled under the boards.
Yeah, and they sure is determined right now, bro.
Man,
they rewriting the book. If they make it down to the Final Four, they rewriting the books. You know what I mean? Just to go, they would see the horrible at the ACC level, going into that tournament. What about Clemson and Arizona? I think Arizona gonna pull it off over Clemson.
Yeah.
I think that Tennessee and Creighton.
I pick Tennessee. I pick
Creighton scary though.
They're a good team, man.
Yeah, Creighton scary. What about Purdue and Gonzaga?
Gonzaga and Purdue, that's gonna be a game.
Yeah, buddy. Gonzaga, you know what I mean? They got that winning pedigree anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's gonna be a real good game. If I was to pick, I put it like this: if it's a team that has the coaching to knock off a number one team like Purdue, would be Gonzaga.
Yeah.
I think Gonzaga can knock. I personally would probably pick Gonzaga right now.
I just don't see Gonzaga losing though.
Nah.
And that Houston and Duke game gonna be a good one.
Yeah. That right there, yeah. I mean, it's still.
Well, it is 55 seconds left. So
yeah, they're gonna be doing a little bit of fouling, so I'm waiting to see how that goes. But if I put it like this, Duke, the win out of wherever that team, if we'll say Houston and Duke, the win out of that game gonna play the win out of NC State and Marquette. Mm-hmm. I know all the North Carolina folks want Duke and NC State to play that game. You know what I mean? That in-state matchup, but the way these games been going, you can't even wish that. I mean,
yeah. Might be pretty tough, man.
It could go any way. It could go any way. It could go any way with these games.
It really can. I don't know. I would have
women. I don't see too many like upsets with women's because it's like you got it, you don't got it right now. The women. That's the one thing I can't say right now. But the men's is rough, boy. It's rough. Anybody like I was hoping Oakland was gonna win. I was really hoping Oakland was gonna win. I was hoping Oakland was gonna win. That guard that live and die by the three. You think he's gonna get picked up to go to the NBA?
He might. Just by how he's playing in return.
He's 6 years old. I didn't know he was that old. That dog on transfer portal and coach.
I'm telling you.
He's in the transfer portal.
I'm telling you, man. it's gonna take another 5-6 years just for everything to reset itself.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
From the COVID years.
Hey, so it's something else. It was something that came up on ESPN today, and we talking about ages and stuff like that. It was they did a comparison on UNC, the age on UNC basketball team, and the age of um, the Oklahoma wrestling team, NBA team, Oklahoma.
The Thunder.
Yeah, the Thunder. Yeah, they the same age, 22 years old.
It was
Same age.
crazy.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
yeah,
It's true, but it's true, but it's fair.
yeah, yeah.
But
Right.
that's the world we live in now with the sports, and that's what I'm saying. It's going to take a couple years to
I
reset
think
itself.
it's gonna start. I think it's gonna start resetting itself next year because
Because I think this is the last year. Yeah.
all additional COVID years they gave people, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
only thing, if you see somebody, they got a red shirt, you know what I mean, something like that from injury or whatever. But I think this year's the last. So next year you'll start. The next 2 years you'll start dwindling down of the ages. It's gonna start kind of going back to normal a little bit.
Yeah, but like you say, I mean, you could still have a red shirt.
Yeah,
Pending one of those years that
yeah,
could have affected. So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
why I say, but
yeah,
yeah, next year's will be like the start of it,
yeah, yeah,
of the change.
yeah. Oh man. Well, hey, I'm looking at the game. If everybody look in my eyes right now, but
Yes, 83, 86.
26, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, man.
If Houston has the ball, forced
Oh,
shot. Um,
you know what, man? See, that's what killed Auburn, man. All these missed layups, bro. Like I'm seeing, but it's been going across like a lot. It's been a lot of people missing, like ramming out, man.
yeah, they're forcing shots down there. Now some are just missed
Yeah,
opportunities.
yeah. It's like it's March Madness. I understand it, and they motion getting so they don't have that touch that they land. You know what I mean? Land a shot up with. That's really what I think it is. But they reviewing it. Yeah, they reviewing it. Reviewing it.
It's gonna be Texas A&M ball. They'll get the last shot. So
Yeah, and they put some time on the clock too. They put 10.1 back on it. Boy, Texas A&M, they tie that shot. They tie it up, bro. So that'd be Alabama, Tennessee. There's no more of the SEC teams in right now besides Texas A&M. That ACC looking good.
That's it.
We've been trying it, bro. That's our battle. We trying to get past everybody look at SEC for football and don't ever look at, you know what I mean, kind of down. SEC always been known for football and baseball. You know what I mean? That the two bit like football, baseball. And we
Like I
try.
said, they've been speaking on it though. They how the basketball league in the SEC this year is taking off. Like
Yeah,
I said, having 8, 9 teams in it compared to just 3 teams 10 years ago. So
yeah, yeah.
it's
Who
on display
supposed to be getting? Is it Oklahoma supposed to be getting to the SEC?
in Texas.
Oklahoma and Texas.
But it's their last year.
Yeah. So next year they're gonna be a part of the SEC. Like for this, is it this upcoming football season?
2024. It starts. It picks
Yeah,
up now.
yeah, yeah. That's gonna be. I ain't never been. Yeah, Texas gonna be a little dangerous for us in SEC. Oklahoma defense. They ain't never really had no solid defense though.
Yeah, Oklahoma, they'll get the blunt of it, the bad end of the stick.
But Sarkisian, he
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He got Texas right though.
yeah, they'll be more so ready than anything.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like I said, it's just playing it every down,
Yeah,
every quarter, every
yeah,
game, playing SEC ball.
Yeah.
Just see how they handle it.
They try. Oh, it's over with. Oh, they fouled. 1 second left on. Yeah, it's over with. Yep. So Houston gonna be playing Duke, bro. Houston gonna be playing Duke. So who you got that? I got Houston over Duke. Duke inconsistent.
Yeah, I got Houston too.
Yeah, Houston. I mean Duke inconsistent. I don't see Duke being Houston at all. But yeah, bro. Yeah. I don't want to hit you with this question. So I ain't gonna ask you who you think gonna win because I already know what your answer gonna be. But how do you think the UNC and Alabama game gonna play out? Do you think it's gonna be a tight game? You gonna think going overtime? What you think?
Yeah, it's definitely a tight game. UNC is definitely a top team and have been all year. So
Yeah, but
yeah,
they been on the wave too, bro. They hit high, then they go. Uh, I
yeah, but they haven't had any bad lows though.
Yeah, so I say this. I think UNC. I think UNC weakness is Baycott. I'm gonna tell you why.
Their weakness?
Is weak. I think that's their weakness, and I'm gonna
What?
tell you why I say that. Uh, Baycott.
Transition?
Well, no. If you put him in foul trouble, well, no. I'm gonna say this. If you have to foul him, that's a good foul because he's bad at the free throw line. That's one piece. And then also, you can gas him a lot more if you run a gun him because they don't have a true backup for him.
They don't.
They don't have a deep.
Not a,
They got
right.
bench around the shooting guards or whatever, but for him, they don't have that. So
Yeah.
if you put it, sometimes you'll see him play a little bit timid because he's not trying to get a foul trouble. So it's multiple reasons why I say he kind of a weakness. And it just one they don't have nobody to support him. He suck at the line. I mean, it's in the tournament. I say this: these last 2 games they played, he's actually been good at the line, and it actually surprised me.
Lynette,
What up?
are you watching the game?
They tied it. Wow! Hold on. 1 second left on the clock. Wow! Wow!
March
Oh,
Madness. March
God!
Madness.
Wow!
That's crazy.
Oh, man!
That's crazy, boy.
Now they finna go to overtime. Oh man, bro, that's Bart, man.
Mm.
Bro, we can't even go to sleep. God, oh, I'm upset these games so late. I understand. What's that? What they playing at in San Diego? Why is this doggone? They probably doing that because the West Coast team, so they fans can see it. But God, oh,
And look how many Texas A&M fans are in Memphis, Tennessee for this game. You see what I'm saying? As far as like the men traveling, men
yeah,
teams travel.
yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
that bruh. I counting them out, man.
I know you did. I know you did. You said it was over with.
I
Said
said,
one
oh,
second left.
1 second. Yeah, it's over with. God, dog, bro. All right, man. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But bro, we for the folks out there, man. Hey, Jack, thank you for joining us. Obviously, you see, we watching the game and having this podcast roundtable session. Uh, hey, Mark, you want to go back at it on Friday? Because I think the games start on Thursday, so we'll kind of do a recap on Friday evening, whatever.
Yeah, man. We'll figure it out. We'll figure
Yeah,
it out. About it.
yeah. So
We'll be on to entertain the people
yeah,
shortly again.
yeah. So we'll jump on after this Sweet 16. please, 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 like and subscribe to our YouTube page. We trying to grow this thing, and eventually we're gonna go fully live. We might even do in person one with both Mark and us at the same location. But hey, we just trying to grow a thing. We join March Madness like everybody else is. So, but please, please,
Yes.
please, subscribe and like our channel. You can see us on TikTok or whatever clips. So, but Mark, man, I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, Mo, man. It was lovely once again.
Hey,
Enjoying doing it, like
so
always.
beat Bama. That's all we need. Beat
Yeah,
Bama.
of course.
Hey,
Of course you
you
would
want
say
to
that.
get disqualified, let me know. I could give you some tips on what they like to do, how they like to move. You know what I mean? They like to try to hide money in certain things. You know what I mean? They build trust and throw
There
money
you go.
and promise a guards, charge and challenger. So it's
There
just little
you go.
stuff that Alabama like to do for their players.
Yeah. I,
Legal.
I'll be I'll be purchasing me a couple Yale shirts. You know, I like the colors. Yeah,
You don't like
I
them
like,
boring colors, man.
I like the tenacity. I love their school. So give me a couple Yale shirts this year. You know, I like what they're doing. They got a good program, man.
Man, get out of here with that, man. But, hey, thank y'all, everyone. Y'all have a great one.
Take care. Appreciate you.